Hi, and thank you for taking a moment to watch this video. This video is certainly designed for you. It's to help you understand shotguns, how they work, which one best suits your playing style, and most importantly, I want to help people avoid wasting perk ups and reperks. To do this, I'm going to do an in-depth look and analysis of different shotguns, and I'll have video that shows you how they function in game. First of all, what I want to do is give you a brief overview of what I'm going to cover. That way you can skip through the videos, portions of the video, and select what you want. So with that said, first I want to go over the Raider class and then go over the shotguns that I used and why I used them. Then I'll break down each shotgun and how they performed in the game itself. I'll go over the loadouts, compare the loadouts and the numbers on paper. And then what I did is recorded its performance against a Husky Husk, a Blaster, and a Smasher. I took an average of the shot, and then so this loadout is without any modifiers or perks, and then this one is with the Raider Headhunter slotted. Then I'll take the results and compare those between one that doesn't have modifiers and one that does have modifiers. So I'll do that for the deconstructor, and I'll go over this into more detail. The ground pounder, the disintegrator, the tiger jaw, the two shot, and then in the helium. The other thing that I'll do is I will compare the damage that it does to a smasher, and then I record down here at the bottom how long it took for that gun to kill the smasher. The final thing I'll take a look at are the results. Let me scroll back up to the top. I have here how much damage here we'll take a look at which one does the most amount of damage. That's on paper. And then headshot damage, crit rating, crit damage, fire rate, and you get the picture. Then finally I'm going to go over how to put this. I took these results, which was the average shot, and I put that in here, and then we'll take a look and see which one did the most damage to a Husky Husk, which one does the most damage per shot, and that's key, and I'll explain why. Just because something does more damage doesn't necessarily mean overall it's the most lethal or most effective weapon in the game. How it compares to body shots, and then blaster headshots, blaster body shots, smashers. I did 2 smashers for each one to kind of get a comparison, and then a elemental Husky Husk and an elemental elemental smasher. So that's it. Let me get started. Okay, let's talk about the shotgun heroes. The one that I used are Raider Headhunter. I use them in both my main slot and support because that's the one I had. When she first came out, I thought it would be fun to use shotguns. I thought she'd be a great hero. Unfortunately, it didn't quite perform the way I hoped. I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm just saying it didn't perform the way that I had expected. If you do not have the Raider Headhunter, Rabbit Raider Jonesy, Redline Ramirez, and Raider Raptor, all 4 of these have the same perks. They're all the same. They're just different skins. So if you hear me referring to Raider Headhunter, know that whatever I say about her also applies to these 3. As you can see, she has an enormous amount of health. Now, one of the things I have to clarify is I am a max level player. I've got everything maxed out. These are my survivor squads. Maybe they could be higher, I don't know, but this is what I have. The Raider Headhunter, let's go over her perks. She has, and I'm going to do this quickly because I think most people already know this. And if you don't, you can take the time to read this or pull up the hero and take a look at it. I just want to highlight a couple of key things. Number one is her health is increased by 10%. So you can see how much health I have here. Debilitating shots is important. This right here is extremely important. Shell shock. It increases shotgun damage by 24%. To illustrate that, if you look at this right here, the damage is 47,000 without the Raider slotted, but with her slotted, it jumps from 47 to 58, and then on the deconstructor, the headshot moves from 71,000 to 88,000. So that's what that perk can do for you. Let me get this back to a manageable size. Frag grenades, those things are worthless. It's like trying to hit a battleship with BBs. I'm telling you, they're terrible. Perfect engineering, again, that stacks debilitating shots. Reload, it increases your run speed by 30%. The thing about that is different shotguns reload differently. And some unload a clip, some reload the shotgun shell one at a time. And while in principle that's a good perk, she still just moves slow, and you got to wait till it's finished reloading and then you can run quickly. And I just found in the gameplay that it just wasn't really beneficial. Now that's me. I don't typically play with her, and I'm sure there's some people out there having a conniption fit right now saying, well, you're wrong, you don't know how to use it, you don't know how to do it. That's fine. I don't know how to use it, but I'm just saying for me, I didn't see how that was a really beneficial perk. It also increases the shotgun critical hit damage by 70%. I'll show you how that affects it later on. War Cry, I think we all know what that is, and then you've got Kneecapper. And then the flak jacket, or excuse me, flak vest reduces damage by 60%. One of the things I discovered is when I'm on the hoverboard, flying around the map, because I was hunting for specific smashers, specific husks at certain points to completely fill out the charts and the parameters I had established. And man, when I flew by a blaster, they just lit me up. They would definitely take my shield all the way down and take my health down to about 3/4. Now I know that's health. Excuse me, the shield that's being destroyed. One thing that kind of surprised me is when I used the loadout using Enforcer Grizzly and Raider Headhunter. Take a look at the health comparison. So the Raider Headhunter has 100,000 more health, but the Enforcer Grizzly has about 30,000 more shield protection. And I just kind of found that with the phase shift of the Enforcer Grizzly, I was able to get out a lot of predicaments, and it seemed like that was far more useful than Flak Jacket and this reload thing. I'm not saying one's better or not. I'm just saying for my skill set and for my ability, that's what worked best. All right. This is the loadout that I used. This is the one I use a lot in gameplay. It's what I'm more familiar with and what I'm more comfortable with. And the reason why I selected this is because it's just the raw stats of the shotgun. There's no what I'm calling modifiers. I don't know if that's the right term or not, but it's the term that I'm using. When you use the Raider Headhunter, you get these perks that I listed earlier. The Shell Shock, the I Love to Reload, the Kneecapper. So let's take a look at these shotguns. I'm trying to size this up so it's easily visible and makes sense. I'm just going to kind of scroll through these. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. I feel like if you really wanted to study the difference and see the difference in a particular weapon, then you can just pause the video and check that out for yourself. With shotguns, headshot damage doesn't really matter. I like to use a lot of snipers. I kind of like that. It's kind of rewarding to get a one shot, one kill type thing. But here, one thing you'll notice about the shotguns, if you take a look at the damage, this is 22,000, and then the headshot damage is 28,000. And then with the Raider Headhunter, it moves from 22,000 to 29,000, and headshot damage 36,000. And of course, the Disintegrator has no headshot damage. The Tiger Jaw and two-step, and then the helium shotgun. Now to one of the more exciting things, the data. Yes, you see the Excel sheet, and you pretty much just threw up in your mouth. But I'm going to go through this quickly. And I'll just kind of pause in certain sections, and if you want to scrutinize the information, kind of process the numbers, then just pause the video. But I got to move along because my first take, I was already at 10 minutes, and I thought to myself, holy cow, I got to stop rambling and pick up the pace. So I'm going to pick up the pace. This is the loadout that I used, and these are the numbers without any modifiers, and then these are the numbers here if I use Raider Headhunter, and then this is the difference. On all of them, I used crit rating and crit damage. Now, others are changed a little bit, and I'll explain why in a minute. And then I tried to make sure that whatever this sixth perk was, the fifth perk matched up. I used energy for all of them, and just because it's a middle of the road thing. So let me explain this table right here, and so you understand how things are set up, and they're going to be the same for each shotgun that I used. I went and looked for a Husky Husk that was physical in nature. Well, you get the point. And then for each headshot, I recorded that number, and then I came up with a total, and then I divided the total by the number of shots, which is going to be 20. And then I came up with an average per shot. So on average, I'm doing 54,000 damage per shot. Again, it's average. These averages are going to vary. For example, when if I hit him in the head, it should be a little bit more. But it should be 22,000, 28,000, so about 6,000 more. But if you look at the average, it didn't matter. Didn't reflect that. That's what I'll say. Then the blaster, which is also physical, it should have done the same damage. Should be in about the 50,000 range. Should be about the same as this one, but it isn't. Again, the smasher is the smasher. If you notice, like this one here, sometimes you may notice an unusually large number in the 20 slot. I think, yeah, like this one. Yeah, this one here. Here's a good example. If you see this is what happened. I exceeded the 20 shot limit, and then it just kind of spills over here, so it took 34 shots, and I totaled what would have been the 20th shot. Total that up, it came to 451,000. So if you see that, and then the same thing here, 219,000 for this one. If you see a large number, that's not how much damage it did in that shot. It's just I exceeded the 20 shot limit, and then I reflected that. So in the math, so that was 34, and you can see up here. No, you can't. It's cut off, but trust me, it's there. Okay. Then I looked for ones that had elements. Oh, no, wait. This one is with the Raider loadout here. And you can go. And I'll pause that for a little bit. If you kind of want to peruse the information, or if you want to pause the video to watch it, then feel free. But this is the headshot, the body damage on a husky husk. I think it's kind of self-explanatory. Then I've got the blaster here, and I broke it down to the headshot and the body shot, and then the smasher. As you can tell, a lot more effective than just the one without the loadout. And then this one here. There's that. And then what I did is I took this total here and compared with the Raider Headhunter and compared it to the one without the modifiers. And then you'll see here a difference. The one with no modifiers on the Husky Husk with an element actually outperformed it by 660. Go figure. But here's the difference. Again, pause the video, take a look at it if you want to, but I'm going to kind of move on. The deconstructor is a little bit different because I have the crit rating and the crit damage, but I also get the damage, and I also get the affliction damage, and you don't have the option to match those two. So again, this is without modifiers. This is with the modifiers. This chart reflects the data from shooting them without any modifiers. And then this one is the one with the Raider Headhunter on it. So I'll give you 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Okay. Again, the results, with no modifiers, and then the modifiers, and this is average per shot, 44,000 per shot, 38,000, 79,000. So if you want to take a gander at this a little bit longer, then pause the video. So I've done the deconstructor, the ground pounder, the disintegrator. Again, same loadout. This is again, there is no headshot. It took me a second. The disintegrator has no headshot damage. That's why the headshot column is vacant. So what I did is I just took whatever the body shot was, put it in the headshot damage. I know it's not entirely fair. It is, it isn't, but I wanted something in there for comparison purposes, and it may not be a totally accurate comparison. And then, like I said earlier, the results kind of vary. With one smasher, I averaged 71,000 per shot, and then the next smasher, I averaged 55,000. I would have thought those would have been a little bit closer, but sometimes it's like that. It's just kind of all over the board. This one reflects Raider Headhunter loadout. And the difference, you can see on this smasher, I'm averaging 108,000, and then all of a sudden 143,000. I mean, look at the damage here that I'm getting done, and then on the element, I was averaging about 70, and then 105,000. So as you can see, I mean, that's a huge gap. That's a huge discrepancy. It's not always consistent, and so because the data isn't always consistent, it makes it real challenging to determine which one is really the best. Okay, here are my results. I'm going to hover on this for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the Tiger Jaw is a rapid firing gun. Because it's a rapid firing gun, it's not going to do as much damage. You can see without any modifiers on the Husky Husk, I was averaging about 35,000, 39,000, and then on the Blaster 38, 35. So all of this is kind of consistent. And then the Smasher, again, you'll note that this is 183,000. It's because it took more than 20 shots to put him down. Oh, I know why, because I took the 20th shot and put that in there. So that's right. Just I didn't display it. And then on the element, it was the same thing. You'll see it's 530, 538, and 380,000. It's because of the number of shots that it took. Then I'll let you take a quick look at this one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here are the end results. 35,000. Well, I'm just going to let you take a look at that. I think you get the picture. So 4, 3, 2, 1. And then the two-step. Again, same thing. Damage to affliction, crit rating, crit damage. Here's the difference between. Oh, this one I wanted to try that new hero. Still, it doesn't improve the performance of the shotgun. I was just playing. I wanted to play around with it while I did this, kind of killing two birds with one stone. All right, so I think you're very familiar with the loadout, and so I'm just going to leave this here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then do the same thing here. Oh, because this thing fires 2 shots, I contemplated making it worth 1 shot. So I kind of combined it, and then I did the same thing on the element, and then I'm like, well, wait a minute, it's just half. I mean, or it's just double whatever that is, and it's not necessary. Went back and forth, so I just, all the others, I left them like this, okay? And then here are the results between the modifiers and no modifiers. You're looking at about 25,000 difference, 19,000. So I'm going to 3, 2, 1, moving on. And then the helium. The helium shotgun, I really liked it. I'll say. I'm not saying it's the best one, but it put a hurt on them. So here is the data. I'll just let you take a look at it. You can tell the numbers and how high they were. So 3, 2, 1. And then this right here reflects using the Raider Headhunter. 3, 2, 1. Again, if you want to look at the specific breakdown, then you can. I mean, I got to point this out. I wish I could get those numbers every single solitary time. That would be fantastic. And then here are the final results, or the gap between using no modifiers and modifiers. 3, 2, 1. Okay, next we're going to see how quickly the shotguns could kill a smasher using Warcry. The first is Founder's Deconstructor. Here's the damage. If you see slow and no slow, I was going to differentiate between I used a slow field and when I didn't use a slow field, but it doesn't really matter. It happens kind of quick. Let me put it here. So this is the Deconstructor. I did it in 5, 3, 7, and 11 seconds. Ground Pounder, here's the damage that it did. It did it in 3, 5, 8. This is against physical, and then this is against element. Tiger Jaw, how quickly it did it versus physical versus element. And if you look at this, I mean, that's such a huge difference. I guess if I did it more frequently, it would be a little bit lower. Next was the two-step. And here's the time versus physical, elemental smashers, the disintegrator against physical versus elemental, and then the helium shotgun versus physical versus element. We are almost finished. Congratulations on making it this far. Or if you just skip to this point, I don't blame you. I would probably do the same thing too. Alright, so here are the stats according to the specifications. I've got the deconstructor with no modifier, deconstructor with a modifier, meaning with the Raider Headhunter. So it's been here, we've been on this long enough, so I'm just going to scroll through this. If one piques your interest, just pause the video and you can take a look. And then this is the one that did the most headshot damage on paper. And then this is crit rating. This one is crit damage. You can see which ones did the most. Fire rate. I'll just pause. Yeah, that awkward silence. Don't you hate it? Okay, reload. This is the one I'm on now. Then the amount of ammo that you use. Remember the disintegrator uses 3, and then the helium shotgun consumes 2 ammo per shot. And then last would be impact. Now let's move over. Again, same thing. No modifier with a modifier. So the one that did the most physical damage, oops, it'd be nice if you could see which weapon it was. There we go. And so the one that did the most headshot against the Husky Husk was the helium shotgun, and then the deconstructor. Just as a reminder, just because it did that much doesn't mean it's the most powerful. The Tiger Jaw has a rapid fire rate, so in the same amount of time that it takes for, let's say, the deconstructor to fire 1 shot, you might be able to fire off 3 shots with the Tiger Jaw, and you'd have to combine those. But this is just what I found out. Then versus the body, the helium shotgun was tops. Then versus blaster, this was the average. And again, it's the helium shotgun. Against body damage, the helium shotgun. Versus smasher, it was the helium shotgun. And again, you can take a look at these on your own time. You pause this, take a look at it. I'm just trying to get the information up here, and you can pick and choose how much time you want to dedicate to this. And then these are the elemental Husky Husks, and I don't know how the ground pounder performed the helium on it. And then the very next, then on the second one, on the body, the helium shotgun comes back to be on top. So that's versus the body. And then on the elemental smashers, helium shotgun was at the top. And then the last one there. First and foremost, thank you for dedicating your valuable time to watching this video. I sincerely hope that you took away something informative from this, and I hope that you learned something. If you want any of the shotguns that I used in this video, then let me know. I will be more than happy to make them for you. All that I ask is that you provide the shadowshard and the char black that goes with it. I can cover everything else. I have tons of stuff, and it's not really that big of an issue. That's what I'd recommend you do. If you really want to try this, then have me make it for you. Let me give it to you, and then you go out and play with it. And if you really like it, then you can work on upgrading it for your own personal use. Also, absolutely no offense to the Dragoon or Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt is my absolute favorite gun. I'm not saying it's the best in the game, but it's my favorite. When I tried to include that, one of the things that happened is a bunch of little husks would come, and it would hit, like, let's say 8 of them, but it would only register the damage for like 3 or 4 of the 8. And even though the others were clearly damaged and were clearly knocked backwards, it did not register the damage afflicted to them. As a very late afterthought, all of the enemies on which I tested these were versus level 100 enemies. You can see it in this video, but I didn't make it clear in the video leading up to this, so I just wanted to add that. I do have the recordings of all of the shotguns in action, and I have video evidence of all the stats or all the data that I collected. I was going to provide links to those and upload those to YouTube and make those available. I still can if there's a preponderance of people that want to view it and see it. I'll be more than happy to do it. But for the meantime, I'm not going to include those. If you do, however, want to see them, just include them. Include that in the comment section, and then I'll go ahead and upload those so you can see the shotguns in action. Again, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, and I can't emphasize enough how much I hope you actually learned from this.